I wanted to do something different for this video, for the last video that I'm doing for 2020, which has not been the easiest year for all of us. So I wanted to do something different for all of you. Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now my goal is that at the end of this video is to hopefully either inspire or motivate you to be able to kick 2021's butt when it comes to working from home. Now if this is your guys' first time on my channel, my name is Lacaba. I am the virtual ate. I've been working from home since I was 15 years old, so I've been doing this for a while because I'm now 25. And I post videos every Sunday and Thursday on how to work from home, so make sure to hit that subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of my videos. Now this video is going to be different from all of the videos that I've done so far, mostly because one, I need to work out. Two, I wanted to do something different for this video, for the last video that I'm doing for 2020, which has not been the easiest year for all of us. So I wanted to do something different for all of you guys. So I'm going to take you guys around while I walk around, while I keep like making my running app going basically, and really share with you guys what are the top 10 things that you can do to turn around your next year. Okay, so first tip to really kickstart 2021 the right way is basically keep fit. That's why I'm working out every day, well, as much as I can. If I have a headache, I'm not gonna push it, but as much as I can, I have like a minimum. So for example, on days where I can't work out, I try to make sure that I either hit 6,000 to 8,000 steps on my watch, or I do 20 burpees, or I do 20 jumping jacks. So I have some sort of rhythm to really get my heart going. So setting minimums, but the point of it is to really keep moving your body. A lot of the time we really neglect our body when we're working from home because, you know, it's something that we plop on a chair and we use our brains anyway most of the time, not really our body. So as much as possible, really try to just take care of it. Just work out at least once a day. If you guys have watched my top habits that you have to when it comes to working from home, I really recommend that you have some sort of movement routine. So it could be getting up from your chair every 20 minutes. You know, it could be doing a lot of different ways to really pump your heart. That's the whole point. But if you really want to work from home for the long haul, you really have to work out. You really have to keep this heart healthy. You have to keep your body that you're using healthy, because again, in the long run, it's going to be the thing that's going to keep you going, even on days when you don't want to keep going, just because you have this happy body that's taking care of you because you take care of it. So that's kind of the first thing that you have to really keep in mind. I remember there would be days where I would not even leave my room. I would just leave my room just to get food or to cook food, and that's it. I wouldn't really work out. And I remember very easily losing my breath just going up the stairs, or having really sore legs just going up 3 flights of stairs. And that would be very frustrating. So I really wanted to take care of myself in working out, in running in some way, doing HIIT, doing weights, doing yoga. So as much as possible, move your body more in 2021 if you haven't already this 2020 anyway. The next way that you can kick 2021's butt is going to be able to keep track of your goals. Now, I made a video on how I really walk you guys through how I create my goals, and you guys can check that video out right here. But basically, the only way to get somewhere is to know that you're going there, is to know that you want to get to somewhere. So having your goals ready, having your goals already set up for you, so that's going to be so much easier for you to check your journey, check if you're near to your destination. Having your goals in front of you for 2021 is going to massively help you move forward. So if there's something that you're not sure, if there's anything that you're going to take from these ways that I'm going to talk about in this video, do that. Create your goals, set your goals. That way, again, you have an idea of what your destination is, where you are going. The next way that you can crush 2021 is to be able to keep record. Now, what I mean with keep record is basically if you have updated your resume, if you have something new to add to your portfolio, if you have some stats that you can make sure to take a screenshot of, it's going to be so helpful for you for getting your next job or for just asking a promotion. So for example, for me, anytime that I'm taking over a social media account, I make sure to take a screenshot what the stats look like at the start. So it's going to be easier for me to track, like, this is the progress that I have made throughout this whole time. So basically try to keep in mind mind that your work has to be documented. Document it as much as you can. Document your processes. So keep a record of, again, your portfolio, updating your resume, keeping screenshots of the things that you've achieved, your wins, because one, it's going to help you get the next job or ask for promotion, and two, it's just awesome to keep record of your wins, of things that you have achieved, things you've been able to do throughout the year. The next way that you can upgrade yourself in 2021 is going to be to invest in tools. Now, tools honestly isn't always everything. It can only be an accelerator, it can only be a multiplier to you. If you are someone who is already a talented graphic artist, getting a tablet, getting a Wacom will only just accelerate that talent. If you're a writer and you are really good at writing on pad or paper and you finally get a laptop, you're just going to be, again, a better writer in that way. So you need to have some sort of accelerator or multiplier that you're putting that against. But if you want to really upgrade yourself, really invest in good tools. There's a quote that I love, which is buy it nice or buy it twice. So you're going to either be buying a cheap product just because you kind of want it, versus if you invest in something that's going to last you longer, it's definitely going to help you out. For example, as a very fun example, I didn't want to buy this camera for my YouTube channel until I was able to be monetized, because that way I knew that I was going to be consistent enough to actually keep using the camera. So one of the things that I really wanted to make sure before I invest in the tool is that I was multiplying that with something, and now you guys have these semi-crisp, better videos than I was using with just my phone. So again, tools are only a multiplier. If you don't have anything to multiply it with, it's kind of wasting money. So invest in tools, but invest in tools wisely. Now, I really should have filmed this so much earlier in the day where there was actually light, and now I'm actually kind of chasing light wherever it comes from. But the next tip that I have for you guys is to have clearer expectations. Now, what I mean by this is if you're someone who is working with one client, multiple clients, you need to have some sort of clarity of what they want their 2021 can look like so you can better serve them. Now, the point of this is if you want to be an employee who is indispensable, if you want to be an employee that they want to keep recommending or coming back to, then the best way to do that is to know how you can help them, how you can serve them in their business. So you either want to talk to your manager, talk to your boss, talk to your client, and ask them, what do you want your 2021 to look like? So you're really asking for that clarity of what are the things that they expect from you and how you can go over those expectations as well. Now, I'm sitting you guys down here. I've totally lost the light, but I still want to continue and finish this off. But basically, once you have that clarity with your boss and your coworkers, the next thing that you want to make sure that you have is now really working on your time management and task management. Now, what I mean by this is now that you know what are the expectations to surpass or what are the things that is expected from you, you want to make sure that you have that prioritized and you have that already within your habits, in the way that you plan your day to day, so then you can easily achieve it. So it's now breaking down those expectations, so from day to day you can actually start applying it and not just applying it when they're actually looking. So it's making sure that you do the work even when, again, it's not expected from you, it's not something that you're supposed to really do. So I have a video on how to balance school and work that actually has a ton of time management tips that you guys can check out right here. But basically the point of it is, now that you have your goals, you have, you're taking care of your body, you're taking care of your health, you want to actually make sure that you follow through, and the way to do that is making sure, again, that you have really good time and task management. The next thing that's going to be super powerful for you to do, and this is something that not a lot of people do yet, which is if you start doing this, especially in the workplace, you are going to skyrocket, but it's basically making sure that you invest in your self-development. So now you've taken the time to learn how to manage your tasks, how to manage your priorities. Managing yourself is going to be an even bigger feat. So try to read books like How to Win Friends and Influence People. Read books like Mindset. And I have a ton of books that I recommend in this video that you can get started with. But it's basically feeding your brain new ideas at least once a week, or if you can every day, so you can grow more, so you can learn more about your self-awareness, so you can see more of the world. Really, that's the biggest goal, is so you can see more of what else the world can offer, so you can move in that direction. Now, aside from self-development growth, the next thing that you really want to invest, if you really want to explore your 2021 moving forward is to really invest in your financial IQ. Now, there's a ton of books that I also recommend on this. One of them is Rich Dad Poor Dad if you're just getting started. But the point of it is now as you become more successful, as you start getting your first job, your first side gig, you will want to know how to manage that money, because a lot of time it can be so tempting to just buy a new laptop even though your current laptop still works fine. It can be so tempting to buy this new cell phone case even though you don't really need it just because you have the money. But you know within yourself that life can be scary, life can be very unpredictable a lot of time. So having a savings really help you survive, especially again on days where it just doesn't seem that it's possible. Now once you have all that, the next thing that you really want to do is to now track where you are at. So what I mean by this is track your goals, track your habits, track the things that you want to move forward. Now earlier I said keep a screenshot of what you've done, or your achievements, everything that can be put into a portfolio maybe later on. But the point of this tip is to make sure that you also track where you're at. So like if the beginning of the year you started with a goal to lose weight, make sure that you're also tracking that. If you started this year with the goal of making X amount of money, make sure you're tracking that. The point of that is so you can see yourself that you're really moving forward. A lot of the time we forget to track our goals. That's why we kind of lose motivation, we kind of lose wanting to keep moving forward. So having this in mind, that you are tracking it, again, you're checking against yourself where you're at, it's going to be so much easier for you to keep going, to keep moving forward. And of course, another way that you can kick 2021's butt is to take a break. We're humans, we're not robots. We can't keep going on, and even your phone and your camera needs time to charge and take a break from being used a lot. So keep in mind that if it's just too much, take a break. Take a small mini vacation, rent out a hotel for the night, just so you can have that separation, that no, I'm in a different space, I can think of my life in this different way. Try to find the things that bring you joy so you have that backup if you really want to test something out, if you want to do something different. Taking a break can sometimes be as important as actually taking action. So keep that in mind, that you can only launch from where you're at. If you're already at a really low pace because you didn't take a break, it's going to be harder for you to launch to the next level. So don't put too much pressure on yourself. I know this is the worst because I really put a lot of pressure on myself a lot of the time. So try to, as much as possible, take that break, take that pause whenever you can. And one of the biggest things that you really can do to crush 2021 is to keep in mind the lessons that it brings with it. A lot of times we make the same mistakes over and over again, mostly because we don't have any idea how to move forward. So anytime that you get feedback about how you react to a certain thing, or you're self-aware enough to see that you're doing this one thing wrong, then try to see, okay, now that I've learned this lesson, what do I want to do moving forward? Because every mistake, every lesson that comes to us in life is going to be wasted if you're not actually going to be aware of them. So either journal it out, make a note, make sure that you really take into heart whenever you come across something difficult or some mistake that you go through in the whole year. Now in the next year, I'm looking forward to learning more from you guys. I'm looking forward to any suggestions for future videos that you guys have. Make sure to comment below. And if you guys like this video, if you're going to be implementing any of the ways that I just mentioned, make sure to hit that thumbs up button right there. And if you still haven't yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of my videos every Sunday and Thursday on how to work from home. You guys can check out these other two videos right here if you still really want to accelerate your work from home career. Now, Happy New Year! I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys again next year, and I hope you guys have an awesome day, and remember that small steps matter, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!